Hi guys, it's Risa. How you doing? Today I'm going to teach you how to make a delicious one smart point chocolate banana muffin. If you don't want the chocolate in it, you don't have to put the chocolate in it, but they're super delicious. Okay, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees and take your muffin trays, or if you want to use a bundt pan, you can do that as well. For the trays, you're going to do about 18 muffins, okay? And the rest, add a little bit of water so you don't burn them. Okay, spray them really well. You're going to need oatmeal, a sugar alternative. I'm using this. It's called Sucrin. I got it at the low-carb grocery store. But you can find what you want. If you want Truvia, Stevia, coconut sugar, regular sugar, just account for the smart points, okay? You can use whatever you want. You can even use honey or maple syrup, okay? You're gonna need egg whites and egg creations. If you don't have, you can use a regular egg. And I'm gonna tell you the amount soon, okay? And some vanilla. I'm using, I can't believe it's not light butter, margarine, and some baking powder, some pinch of salt, and I'm using 4 about medium bananas. If you don't have 4, you can use 3. I just love the flavor of bananas, don't you? So, what you're going to do is you're going to take 1.5 cups of oatmeal, and that's 12 smart points. And you're just going to put it through your Cuisinart. Really super easy, guys. Just to make it into a flour. Takes like a couple of minutes, not even. I'm just going to check it. I think it looks pretty good. I'll just do it for 1 more second. There, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Just powdery, just like flour. There you go. I'm going to stick that in a bowl. Very easy. Now for the baking powder, you use 1.5 teaspoons. And I'm just adding it to all the dry stuff together. And a pinch of some salt. Like that. So I'm going to move this out of the way so I can bring everything over to show you. I'm just going to stir that up. Really easy. And I like putting my dry ingredients in one bowl and the wet in the other, and then combine them. Okay, the other thing is that I took my bananas and I've mashed them really, really well. And again, I said I use 4, but if you don't have 4 and you want to just use 3, you decide, okay? So I've mashed it already, and I've used 4 bananas. Now, you're going to take 2/3 of a cup of whatever choice sugar. I'm using that brown sugar alternative. 3 tablespoons of, I can't believe it's not light butter, margarine. Oh my God, too many words. Okay, so that is going to be 4 smart points. And I'm just going to add that to this. And then I'm going to use a 1/4 cup each of the egg creations and the egg whites, okay? So if you want to use 2 eggs, you can, but for this, for 2/4 is 0 smart points. And a tablespoon of some vanilla, because it gives it nice flavor. One other thing that I forgot to mention, of course, because you know me, is I use about 1/2 of a small lemon. It gives it some really nice flavor. I'm going to do the zest first. Just put some zest in it. I love putting zest and lemon juice in a lot of my baking. because it's really, it just smells so good. Hold on a second. I'm using this new tool and it's so good. I'm going to put it in my little juicer and squeeze it. I mean, I don't measure how much juice. I'm just going to put in, so it's about a half of a lemon, and that's it. All right, so just going to mix that up. So you've got your, I can't believe it's not butter, and your sugar, and your vanilla, and your eggs, and you've mixed it up like that. Easy. All right, let's move all this out of the way. And what I like to do is I start with dry and end with dry. And then I add the banana afterwards. The other thing is that I wanted to mention that I'm going to be using is the sugar-free chocolate chips for on top. If you want them inside, you can add them inside. If you like nuts, almonds, walnuts, whatever you like, you can add them. Just account for the smart points, okay? And it will be super delicious, whatever you decide. So, what I'm going to do is add some flour first. I'm just going to use a small measuring cup. And then put in some of my wet. And then I mix it. And then I add more dry and a little bit of wet. And I mix it. And you don't over mix it. Dry, a little bit of wet, mix it up. More dry, I'll add a little bit more because there's more of the dry than the wet. I'm going to mix it. Once you get to the bottom, you can just add it all. So I'm going to add a little bit more dry, and then I'm going to finish all the wet. Take your spatula so you get all of this goodness in the bowl. And mix it up. And we'll just finish with the dry. And I'm going to add the banana. You don't want to forget the banana. Just going to pour that in. Take this away. And I'm going to bring this down. Got it all set, and now I'm just going to mix it up. So you can see, I'm going to go like this. So I cooked it for about 50 minutes in my old oven, and now I'm using my new oven. So I would say because it's very dense, there we go. I don't like to over mix it. And here's your batter. Okay, super easy. I'm just gonna put it in. I'm gonna take about, actually I'm gonna use a different one. I was gonna use probably my, I'll just use the half cupper. I was looking for my other one, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna fill these halfway. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it out. Oh my goodness, it's right here waiting for me. So I'm just using my third cupper and putting some in. This one has some water in it because that's going to be the one that isn't filled up right completely. So that's one. I'll just show you. Okay, it's about halfway, and they make nice sized muffins. And they are going to be really moist, and even Not that you know my husband, but he loved them. He said they were fantastic. And they're moist and delicious and very tasty. And you can freeze them or keep them in your fridge. I'm not the neatest here. I'm doing this fast. Some may be a little bit bigger, some may be a little bit smaller. That's okay. I like to get all of it. Don't want to rip anybody off. And try to clean that off. So if some are a little bit smaller, I just add to it afterwards. I check it out and wipe my hands. So easy. Now I've measured out 3 tablespoons of the chocolate chips, and I'm just going to sprinkle some on, make them look delicious. Plus, when you bite into them, it's so nice to taste chunks of the chocolate chips. These are just mini ones, so what's great about them is you get so many in 1 tablespoon. That's 1 pan. Ta-da! It's going to go in my new oven. Put that over there. And take the rest. Again, if you want to add some cinnamon to it, or if you want to add some coconut, that would be good. Again, you just have to count, and whatever topping, if you want to do sprinkles, would be really cute too if you have kids. There we go. And like I said, I put some water in the other ones, and that's it. So I hope you like this recipe. It's going to go in the oven, and it's super easy. Check it after about 40 minutes on 350 degrees. If you put it in convection, then do it at 325 degrees, and just make sure that it's dry. It's not still really wet. Don't try to eat them right away because it's going to be a little bit wet. Let them cool down. And I store them in the fridge or the freezer, and they'll last a lot longer. Okay, I hope you like this recipe. Come visit me at Risa's Recipes and Weight Watchers Tips. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Love you. Bye for now.